Hello everybody, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
Today we have Battle Report 161.
161.
This is the Ogre Cons versus the Highborn Elves.
Something's rotten in Denmark.
Exactly, because it's an ogre.
Yes.
I'm playing ogres. So
you finally decided to
turn to the dark side?
turn to the dark side.
I felt very dirty.
Felt very dirty?
Yeah.
But you, Huzzah Hobbies let you in?
They let me in anyway.
Okay.
So this is the Ogre Con army. Just something.
Did you feel dirty because you were dirty, you didn't bathe to get into
No, I was
the
fine.
effect? Or
No,
yeah, okay,
no,
just
no.
checking. All
I
right.
didn't go all ogre out.
All right.
This is my ogre list I was playing with just to see how it went. Somebody provided this list to me, so I thought I would give it a shot.
Okay.
Shaman is the general with a firebrand, which gives him the breath weapon.
So your general's name is Shaman?
He is. That's
Okay.
his
Shaman is
name.
the general.
It is.
Yeah.
He's an adept of pyromancy with paired weapons, magical heirloom, and the talisman of the void. So he's channeling 2. He's got
Three
ends up
spells?
with 4 spells because he gets the firebrand gives you a fireball free.
Right.
And then I had a con, which was my BSB. He had the Viper's Curse, pistols, and the Karkadan's Resilience, which is makes him tough 6. Or sorry, resilience 6.
Right.
And then a Mammoth Hunter with Troll Eater, Wrestler's Belt, and the Dragon Staff. So this is the 2-up, 4-up, 2-up armor, 4-up regen.
Right.
And a breath weapon, just for the fun of it.
And he's good at wrestling.
And he can wrestle.
Whenever that comes up in the game, you get an advantage.
Well, in duels, you just break down and wrestle.
That's right.
3 units of bruisers, 8 tribesmen. The tribesmen have a musician and a standard. They do not have a champion.
No champion. Ooh, risk
No
taker.
champion in this army,
Okay.
which turns out not to be a great choice.
All right.
Just saying.
For you.
That's a free preview of the things to come. 6 mercenaries.
Mercenaries are very messy.
They're mercenaries without the R.
Yeah.
They have musicians. They have a musician. They have poison, plate, and pistols.
Take 2. They're cheap.
2 units of 4 bombardiers, 2 saber tusks, a scratapult, and a frost mammoth. And that was it. You going against a high elf army?
Okay.
Don't have all the details of it, but I've got the.
Are they similar to the Highborn Elves?
They're very close.
Okay.
Okay. The mage has a mage as a general who has the Order of the Fiery Heart, and he's riding a dragon, which is kind of omitted from that list.
Okay.
Not the ancient dragon, the small dragon.
All right.
Then he's got a commander who's the BSB. He's the master of the Canreg Tower.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Next we had 20 Spear Elves, 30 Sea Guard, 25 Flame Wardens with the Banner of Rending, a Lion Chariot, a Reaver Chariot, 2 Eagles, Frost Phoenix, and 2 Sea Guard Reapers.
Okay. Interesting combo.
Yep. And there we have it. There's the table.
2 woods, 2 hills, a field, and what was the water?
Water.
Just water.
Doesn't differentiate anymore. It's
Okay.
a water feature.
All right.
There is no fence on the field this time.
All right.
And no building or anything like that. So you can see on my army, here's the spells I took, by the way. Chilling Howl is the bound spell that goes with the Frost Mammoth. The Children of Umi, Enveloping Embers, Pyroclastic Flow, Fireball, and Blaze.
Your camera seemed to have a problem focusing on these.
They're blurry. I mean, they're not great printed. I just printed them up that morning.
So the focus was so bad it looked all the colors bleached out.
All the color bleached out,
Yeah.
except around the edges.
Except around the edges.
So my army on the left, you can see the Frost Mammoth, the unit of bruisers, some bombardiers on the hill. I dropped everything and went first.
Frost Mammoth on the flank.
Frost Mammoth on the flank, which is not a really smart place to put it, because it's really good when it's near combat units.
That's usually how it works.
So I
yeah.
managed to make sure it was 9 inches away from both my I thought that 9-inch aura is too big So if I just keep it away from everything.
So you want to prove it's not that good of a piece in the game.
Correct. It's not that good of a piece in the game because I think no. I think it's too good of a piece in the game with that aura. So I put it out here so I can get to use the aura.
I see. So you can balance things out.
Correct, because I think it's just wrong to use that.
You're just that magnanimous of a player.
Better you have it. Mercenaries on the hill with the BSB. Unit of tribesmen next in line with the shaman.
What's that in the middle of the field?
It's a token. We're playing hold the center.
No. The hunter and a...
Oh, he's already vanguarded. Hunter's already vanguarded
Okay.
with his little puppy.
Okay.
And then the Stratopult. The thing that looks like a cannon's a Stratopult in the woods.
Looks like a cannon to me.
Yeah, well, the person that provided me with the models gave me the wrong model.
I see.
And I didn't have the points to just swap it out.
Likely excuse.
So like I said, I went first. You can see he deployed as far back as he could with most stuff. So he's outside of 30. So even if I walk 6 inches, I still can't shoot him.
Okay.
So
Hoping he uses 6-inch advantage.
what's that?
Hoping he uses 6-inch bow advantage.
Well, no, he knew I was going first.
Yeah.
So he deployed back.
And he wants to stay away from you as long as possible.
So there's no reason to give me a round of shooting.
Yeah.
Was his thinking. I should have deployed first and made him go first.
Mm.
Had I thought about it, but of course that would have put him much closer to me. So anyway, so turn one, you can see it moved up with everything except the Stratopult. It hangs back. The one thing he did leave within 6 was that the base over there in the trees is another one of his Reapers that he left home.
Okay.
He forgot and left Reaper home, so he's just using that base with a couple guys standing on it. So I get off a fireball, the long-range fireball on it, and do a couple wounds.
Okay.
Try to shoot it with the Gebrews, with the bombardiers on the hill, because they got within
The what? The Gebrew?
the bombardiers
Okay.
on the hill. But I think they only put one more. I have a total of 3 on it. Needed 6 to hit it with those, so it's not quite easy. So anyway, the Mammoth Hunter went up here behind the hill from anything that can get to him. He's using the hill for cover, and if that wants to pull anything up on that hill, I can charge it.
Okay. Was the dog with him or separate?
The dog started with him. He moved away from it,
Okay.
and the dog's now looking off to the right.
I see. Okay.
Not that it's going to do much, but that's a very light chariot over there.
Yeah.
One of those Reaver chariots. So on his turn, he flies up here on the left, making sure to stay out of my arc, because it was so important of me to have that the Frost Mammoth facing in towards the middle of the board.
Absolutely.
So he can make that 37-inch charge at the Sea Guard.
Oh, what's he armed with?
He had double crossbows.
Okay.
He should have been facing straight ahead had I been paying any attention at all.
Or been in the middle of your force.
What's that?
Or been in the middle.
He should have really been in the middle of the force, but even if he's out here on the flank, he should have been facing different from where he is. Anyway, that base you see moving up there on the left, so his Eagle is dismounted, and his Frost Phoenix is both dismounted.
Somebody fell off the bases.
Along with the
the Ghost
the
Reaper.
proxy, the proxy Sea Guard Reaper. Other than that, he comes up very slowly with his Sea Guard, and his chariot inches forward.
Okay.
On the right, he moves forward and then casts the Raven's Wing spell to get the Flame Wardens up even further. So Raven's Wing, he just pushed him right into my face.
Okay.
Of the Mammoth Hunter. Off to the right, you can see he's moved his chariot around to the side and pumped with his 2 bow shots, managed to put a wound on my saber-toothed tiger. Puppy, whatever.
Yes.
Not happy about that. Moving on with shooting, he clicks off a mercenary with the Reapers.
So it was easy to hit because his weapon was so big.
It's easy to hit. Moving on to turn 2. There we go. That's what it's starting with. I'm debating heavily to charge this Mammoth Hunter into that unit. Because I figure I go in the first time I kill his... I'm down 4 because he has 2 ranks and a banner.
Mm-hmm.
I have a charge. and can do up to 4 wounds to his champion if he challenges me off.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really debating heavily whether I should do this or not. And then I decided, no, I'll hold back and I'll shoot him for a turn.
Shooting at them.
Shooting at those guys.
Okay.
So there we go. You can see the hunter moves off to the right. Dog moves over there to chaff him up.
Daring the chariot to charge you.
Like that chariot bothers me.
Yeah.
I got a 2 up, 4 up, and I'm tough 5. It's not a good idea. Anyway, so
As I said, you're daring the chariot.
I am. It's not smart, but I am daring the chariot. Over here on the left, you can see deploy around, position my stuff to face as I should have in the first turn.
With the mammoth still facing the center.
If the mammoth's still facing into the center, slightly. If he wants to go far left to my far left, that's fine. I'm okay with that. So I got that. And I shoot off the eagle with the bombardiers.
Okay.
And the frost phoenix panics and takes off towards the edge of the board.
Wow.
So there you have that.
Okay.
Elsewhere, I shoot my Scratapult, fires 2 shots into the Sea Guard, misses both times, and that's that. And I put a lot of shots and spells into those guys on the hill, and ended up killing like 4 of them.
Well, have to get to the ward save.
But it's 4. So his turn, he goes ahead and charges me with the chariot.
Okay.
And he also charges the saber-toothed tiger with his big unit.
Yeah.
Because now he can overrun and get the guy into the fight.
And help the chariot out.
Yeah, it wasn't too smart. And
wasn't too smart on your part.
Wasn't too smart on my part.
Yes.
Just to be clear. Dragon comes up to the top of the hill to provide support. You can see the eagle moves up to the back of the hill back there. His other units are content to stay back, even though I've got 2 units within the center, hold the center token. He's going to hold back. So he crushes my mammoth hunter. I issue a challenge. He declines. So there is that. For some reason, I was thinking he was going to have to accept that challenge. I don't know why I was thinking that, but anyway. So
He killed him outright?
yeah, he killed him completely.
Wow. Okay.
Did he kill him? Or, no, I think he ran him down. Yeah, he ran him down. Because the chariot chased him. He made him run from the chariot. The chariot chased him. And the other unit elected to hold and withdraw.
Okay.
So I did 3 wounds to the unit and 1 to the chariot.
Okay.
So that was a very nice usage of that guy. Well worth the points, I thought. So my turn comes up, and the first.
Sorry, so that picture was before we finished reforming, I guess.
Yeah, he was. That was after the chariot ran me down.
And then
the Flame Wardens reformed to 5 wide.
Okay. And then,
so there we go. And then I've already charged the unit of bruisers into his dragon. His dragon only has 4 attacks.
Yeah.
And 1 attack, from the mage on top. So with the charge, if I can do a couple wounds, there's a good chance I stay there and just keep him tied up.
Only 1 attack from the mage on top.
Yeah, it's a mage. He's a really bad mage.
Oh, you didn't give him anything to fight with. Okay.
No. So chaff up the Flame Wardens again with another dog. Feed them another puppy. If they can't, because of where the thing is, I'm going to lose at least an ogre, and if I don't, I'll reform and go, 2 wide, so they can't use the dog to overrun into the ogres. I learned my lesson after the first one. The bruisers on the far right charged into the chariot, and everyone else moved forward. You can see the frost mammoth is starting to make his way towards the center of the board where he belonged.
So you wanted it. I'm sorry. So you're facing him. So if he did go through, he would go towards the center. So you want him to go towards the center?
Correct.
Okay.
If I want him to go towards the center, because then I can engulf him.
Okay.
I can hit him with a bunch of stuff. Is what if he tries the overrun.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's like an 11-inch overrun into that unit if he wants, into my main unit if he wants it.
Okay.
but I feel safe with that. So moving on to turn 3, I've the other thing is we missed his shooting, but as you can see, he's killed off another mercenary there in the center.
Ah, yeah.
With his bolt throwers, because I still haven't put that final wound on the one over there in the woods.
Your mammoth's coming over.
My mammoth is redeploying finally. Moving on to turn 3. I put a little X down there because I gained a point for the center of the board.
Okay.
My turn 3. Why are those guys still there? Oh, you know what? I took the picture in the wrong order. The turn 3, and then the ogre's charged, as you can see here on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Then all this stuff happens.
Okay.
On his turn 3, the Frost Phoenix rallies.
Did you shoot off his bolt thrower?
And I finally finished off his bolt thrower.
Okay.
And there we go. So I'm doing this attack. The bruisers on the right killed off the chariot outright. And my bruiser attack on the dragon did not work. And he overran. Chased me, but he didn't roll very high. Of course, I rolled very low too. I think I rolled a 5 and he rolled a 6.
Okay.
So they didn't go hardly anywhere.
So you charged in.
I charged in.
Did no wounds to him.
I did a wound to him, I believe, and he did enough to win. I think he did 3 to me. So I think he won by 1, and I broke.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't great.
No.
But it happens. I'll take it. Not really, but have to. Got no choice. And if you notice, I forgot to move the mammoth on the hill, so he doesn't move this turn. Back to his turn, the dragon decides, since he's already close, he'll come and charge into the bombardiers.
Yep.
Crush them. The flame wardens. You can see the flame wardens are reduced down to about 12 now, I think, or 13.
Mm-hmm.
I've been just shooting as much as I can with this unit.
The scrapple.
This unit here and the scrapple.
Okay.
And I've been pushing spells into them, but it's just not killing them. That 4-up ward save is just really nice, and especially when you're hot and do well with the saves.
Yep.
I don't remember him doing fantastic, but anyway. So dragon comes in, doesn't kill any of the bombardiers. You can see him fleeing. As a matter of fact, he only did 2 wounds to me.
Okay.
I did nothing back to him though, so he breaks me. I pursue through the Scratapult. The Scratapult holds. He overruns and misses the Scratapult by an inch.
Okay.
So he's parked there in
Looks
front
like
of
he
me.
charged a dog also.
Up front, he charged the dog, which he kills.
Okay.
And there he's just marking his space to reform. And we'll go on to turn 4, and I've picked up another token for the center of the board. You can see his Frost Phoenix making its way back into the fight. He charged the chariot, the lion chariot charged into the the bruisers on the far left, because they were up forward.
Okay, and they ran.
So they fled. Just figured I'd go hide back here. He brought his eagle up his chaff for my unit, so his flame wardens don't get overwhelmed by everything. Then the the frost mammoth on the hill declared a charge at the flank of his dragon. It's I believe it's a 10-inch or 11-inch. 10. I think it's a 10.
Long charge.
But it's swift stride and rerollable because I'm on the hill.
Okay.
So he did not want to take that because, again, doesn't have very many attacks and they're not really high strength. So this thing thumping into his flank could cause him a big problem. So he flees and heads out to over there where you see him. I have nothing to redirect into, so just kind of stumble forward a bit.
Right.
I did rally. On his turn, they fled. On my turn, those bruisers rallied.
Okay.
You can see them sitting back there.
And your bombardiers look like they rallied also.
Bombardiers on the bottom right have rallied as well.
And you launched a couple charges.
And I launched a charge of the... I'm channeling my orcs. My BSB is charged out, into the Flame Wardens
Okay.
and the unit of Bruisers as well.
Okay.
Because of the positioning of the Eagle and me coming from this side over here, I had to skim the edge and could only hit them there.
Okay.
And because of that, the other guy can't go around to the side. We couldn't fit from where they were. So, the Bruisers. So that's how that ended up lining up, which I thought was good for me because it limits what he is. I get the Children of Umi off on my BSB.
Okay.
So he's toughness 6 with -1 to be wounded. Because I think he had the Beast Within going on him, so he was strength 5 at the time.
Oh, okay.
So by bumping him myself to tough 6 with the Children of Umi, he's going to need 6s to wound him. So we got that. And looks like it. I shoot over here and put a wound on the Frost Phoenix. Nothing major there. And it's there. What are we doing the fight? What am I showing you there? So Scratapult fires. Scratapult fired and killed 8 of the Sea Guard.
Okay.
And they failed their panic and ran off the board.
All right. That's a target for it.
It is. The mercenaries charged the chariot, and the chariot turned and fled because they didn't want to get charged by the chariot.
Okay.
So you can see it fleeing. Back to his turn. So his turn, the Frost.
Oh, what happened with this charge up here?
What's that?
Your charge. What happened with it?
We did well. We beat him up. You can see right there. There's the. We didn't break him.
2, 3, 4, 5.
He's still got 10
6,
left.
7, 8, 9 left.
Or 9.
Okay.
Yeah, so I killed 4 or 5.
So
Not,
you killed
not
a few
ton.
guys, and he didn't do anything to you.
Killed a few guys. He did almost nothing to me.
Okay.
Actually, did nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
So the Frost Phoenix over there it is declares the charge into the Bruisers. I had planned on taking this, and I forgot and fled. Oh no! Sorry, they failed their terror check.
Oh, okay.
I was wondering why I left when that was the plan to take it. So they fled from that, from the terror check. He redirected into the Frost Mammoth.
Oh, okay.
Or you know what? Did we screw up? I think we screwed this up. Because he charged... Yeah, we did. He charged in the Bruisers. They fled. He redirected into the Bombardiers, who fled. No. Sorry. He redirected in the Bombardiers. They stood and shot. I should have fled with the Bombardiers, but I did not. They stood and shot, allowing him to come in, smash the Bombardiers, and overrun into the Mammoth.
Oh, so the bombers are still there.
Because they're here.
Oh, okay.
That's the other guys. They panicked when he smashed. Oh, these they were down to 3 mercenaries. He shot one off with the bolt thrower.
Oh, and
they panicked and ran there after the charge.
I see. Okay.
So these guys fled through this because he killed them.
Okay.
I should have fled with them. They would have ended up here anyway. Because being killed, they're going to flee through there and cause a panic anyway. So I should have just fled through it and taken the panic and would have saved the Mammoth. Because the dragon couldn't have, the Phoenix couldn't have redirected a 3rd time.
Right.
So that was just bad. Dumb mistake. Meanwhile, over on the far right, the dragon is rallied, as kind of expected on 3 dice. The fight in the center continues.
Got a wound on you.
He got a wound on me. I killed 3 more of him. I'm putting in a ton of attacks and stomps and everything else. And
4 up ward save.
Yeah. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s are better. But the 4 up ward's killing me. One round he got off, I don't know which round. One of the rounds of combat he got off the plus armor save. So their armor save 3, which hurt. So there, you have that. Spacked into the back there, and that was on the overrun. So now we switch to his turn. On his turn, he did what? The dragon's over there. There we go. The dragon.
We're on your turn.
We're on his turn. Oh no, we're on mine because he overran into my guy.
Mm-hmm.
So the bombardiers that fled from the Frost Phoenix rally and just turn to face here simply because that if he's not going to kill the woolly mammoth, but he'll chase it, and I'm hoping to be positioned right in the spot.
And your
mercenaries rallied, and they also pointed up towards it.
Okay.
In case the woolly mammoth sticks.
And your tribesmen is just running up the middle?
Tribesmen ran out towards the middle.
Okay.
To head towards that spear block because it's more points. And they're not. I think I've got this over here settled.
And your scatapult moved at some point in time?
Scatapult moved this turn to get out of arc of the dragon.
Okay.
So he can't just come fight it.
Okay.
And also opens up the 4 bombardiers to shoot over that way next turn if they need. Oh, they can shoot this turn.
Yeah.
The Scratapult. What happened to the Scratapult?
So say, where is it? Did it misfire soon?
The Scratapult fled. So he smashed my. I mean, I think he put a single wound on my mammoth.
Mm-hmm.
It fled. He chased me, ran through me, and ran it down.
And caught it. Okay.
And caught him. And there's still the Scratapult.
Mm-hmm. And
so then the next turn,
you're still fighting. You fought up there.
And I've still fought up there, and he's down to
Ogre.
like 3 or 4 guys, and I'm down to an ogre. So in the next charge, this turn, the first thing he does is he charges the Frost Phoenix into my Scratapult.
Okay.
And it flees because it's going to die horribly to that.
Mm-hmm.
And then he redirects into this unit. So
would it flee off the table?
No, it's still over there on the bottom. It's down.
Okay.
It's still there. So over here, he's got the Frost Phoenix and the dragon in on my ogre unit. The thing is, only the bruisers are in combat with anything but, with the 2 monsters.
Mm-hmm.
The BSB over there on the corner is still fighting just the unit.
Okay. Unless there's a challenge involved.
I cannot challenge. We can't challenge because the dragon can't challenge my BSB. Because we're not touching. I'm not in the unit with the bruisers.
Oh, that's right.
I'm just hanging.
You charge separately, yes.
Correct. So we're 2 separate units in there. Unfortunately, he smashes the bruisers. I think he did 5 wounds to the bruisers. He failed to kill them, which was bad news for me, because now he can count the charge, flank, and rear, which he could not count if the bruisers would have all died, because it would have broken it into 2 combats since they were only touching that 1 unit. Unfortunately, like I said, that's the way it worked out. The BSB ran and got run down by the Flame Wardens, who were incidentally the only unit that could chase them. Okay. Because the other 2 units couldn't chase.
And they're someplace?
They're under the wing of the Frost Phoenix, the Flame Wardens. Yeah, when they chased me down.
And he charged you?
So he actually decided to charge me.
With the spearman?
With the spearman, because he's got nowhere else to go.
Okay.
And kills one of me and sends me packing. I lost this combat by, I think, 1, if I recall correctly, and ran. So, that's not great. Yeah. And now we're coming up with turn 6.
Yeah.
So turn 6, that's what it looks like. You can see my mercenaries over here have 5 wounds left. They're still above 25%.
But they got nothing to do.
But if they get hurt, well, I'm thinking he's got 2 poison shots. I can pull him up the top of the hill and shoot at that Frost Phoenix who has 2 wounds left and try to kill it. But I've got both these units of bombardiers back here to fire at them. So, and there's still the the Reaper bolt thrower back there.
Right.
So I decided not to do that. They walked off the hill on the left, you can see. So they could not get shot anymore.
Okay.
Preserve that 700 points, whatever that was. The big bruiser unit makes its rally check, and they're fine. I'm sorry, big tribesmen.
Oh, tribesmen, yeah. Okay.
In the center. But now you can see the flame wardens. You can see the spearmen. Both monsters can see me. It's close, but that dragon can see me past the corner of the Frost Phoenix.
Is the Scratapult on the table still? Or
The Scratapult's off to the far right.
Still on the table. Okay.
Yeah, it's still on the table.
And what's this down here? I can't see. Go back up. On the bottom there's something poking
The bruisers that were started off on the far left have finally rallied.
They've rallied, okay.
So they rallied. They rallied over here on the right. The other unit of bruisers kept running and ran off the table.
Okay.
The Scratapult rallied over there this turn, on turn 6.
Okay.
So, so shooting comes around. Between shooting and magic, we take off the Frost Phoenix. The dragon panics. We killed the Frost Phoenix with the unit of the handgunners.
Okay.
I mean the bombardiers. The other unit of bombardiers managed to kill off, between the other bombardiers and the flame spells, we killed off the last 3 or 4 flame wardens.
Okay.
When the flame wardens died, the dragon panicked.
Okay.
And you can see it ran over there.
They ran over there.
With the eagle. The eagle's not panicked, but the eagle's over there too. So on turn 6, going into his turn 6, there we have it. He just ran. And
He's rallied there, it looks like.
And on his turn 6, he rallied the dragon. Over there on the bottom right, you can see the remnants of some of my stuff.
Yeah.
The scrap wagon should be over there somewhere. I'm not real. I think it's just off to the right of that picture. And it did, like I said, it did rally.
Okay, and the spearman decided not to charge you again?
The spearman on turn 6 decided not to come get me again because I got the children of Umi off. Not that they were going to need, well, now they need 6s instead of 5s to wound me.
Okay.
So he elected not to come in on the final turn. But he did rally his dragon. So he's got the unit of spearmen, the dragon, and his Reaper Bolt Thrower and the eagle left.
Okay.
So that's it. Yeah, the one thing I have a problem with this list is there was no champion. So I couldn't challenge out that dragon if it came in. It never did. But if it would have come into the unit of the tribesmen, it can just hammer my mage. You know, because I've got nothing to challenge it off. Anyway, it was interesting playing as the ogres. I definitely need to learn how to play this army a lot better if I'm going to try it. Because that woolly mammoth starting over on the frost mammoth starting on the far left was dumb, and then forgetting to move it for a turn, it's just took it too long to get it where it needed to be.
Right.
Again, it probably wouldn't have made a big difference.
Yeah, just how the fights went.
What's that?
How the fights went, yeah.
Yeah, the way the fights went, it wouldn't have made a difference, but it would have been nice to be able to put it into something over here on the right instead of over the left. It was just dumb not to have it in the center of my line, is what it comes down to. But anyway, I just thought it would try to hold the flank over there, and it didn't work. So we totaled up the points, and we won by about 800, which was a 12-8, but I did get the objective, so it turned out to a 15-5.
Okay.
So
even though you think you mishandled this army completely, you still had a strong victory.
Well, he had some fairly bad luck. I mean, if you notice, the chariot that fled from the mercenary charge did not rally on 3 dice on a 9, the line chariot.
Yeah, and neither did his Seaguard ran away.
And his Seaguard ran away. They ran afar. They failed, which is not unheard of.
Yeah.
Because they were only an 8 at the time, so that wasn't terrible luck. It was just
But they weren't that close to the edge.
It happens, but he rolled high on. He rolled. His bad luck there was he rolled high for the distance he fled. The chariot not rallying on 3 dice on an 8 is not good luck.
Right.
His dragon over there failing a 9 on 3 dice. On a panic check. So it was only 2 dice, but him failing from that position was not great luck. So like I said, he had a couple spots of bad luck in there, I thought. And the last turn he had some bad luck because I just managed to what I needed to pick off those 2 units and
Right.
pick up a ton of points.
And you did a decent job rallying your guys.
And my guys rallied well.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, yeah, like I said, I'm not thrilled with this army, but I mean the way it's built. But it actually, in the end, I guess you're right. It didn't do terrible, did it?
You did better than terrible.
What's that?
So you did better than terrible.
So yeah, maybe I'll try it again. I don't know. Anyway, that's going to be it. Thanks for listening.
Until next time.